Ladies and gentlemen, there is something so important. I've covered it a few times, but I think it's about time I go into it even more in detail. First of all, happy Sunday. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this camera angle and everything looks good because I don't know. I'm about to talk for like 20 minutes. So here we go. But today's topic, perfect for a Sunday night because what are you probably doing? Getting ready for your work week or your school week, your university week, your week just in general, which means it's time to pack your frickin' lunch. If you aren't packing your lunch already, I think it's an easy win. It's low-hanging fruit. It's something that you can just start doing that you easily have control over. That kind of affects you a lot more than you would think. I'm not also trying to say you can ever buy anything from like a vending machine or a school lunch line or anything ever again, but having those things be like your primary source of sustenance and stuff, it messes with your gut, it messes with your body, it messes with your head. You know, it's just, it's hard. And you don't have to freaking go crazy right at first either. When it comes to packing your lunch, I sure didn't. Usually you can just buy some of the packaged stuff like you like, and then just bring that with you. You don't have to go like on a crazy health binge or anything like that. My lunch right now, which is what I'm going to be packing and stuff, is some instant oats, like a little bag of the berries and cream instant oats, and rice cakes, yogurt cup, some Baby Bell Whites, those little like cheese wheels, excuse me, and then my beef bowl, which is what I'm making right now. 6 ounces of lean ground beef, some sweet potato, some barbecue sauce and sriracha, sugar-free barbecue sauce that is, and it's super good. And that kind of gets me through like 8:30 to 5, basically, of every weekday. And yeah, but packing your lunch it's just one of those basic kind of things that not a lot of people do. And just from like my own personal kind of visuals in the office and circumstances and stuff that I've seen around in person. But again, it's a real easy win, and it affects the amount of calories you're eating at the end of the day. If you're in any kind of fitness goal or anything like that, no matter what sort of fitness-oriented like lifestyle or goal you might have, not packing your lunch is totally sabotaging it. Because it's either forcing you to rely on like fake quote-unquote foods, like from vending machines or school lines or that kind of thing, or just forces you to not eat altogether, and that's not a very good thing either. I'm going to turn on some lights really quick. I feel like I started packing my own lunches maybe towards the end of like high school. I'm more so kind of talking about it from like my experience as an adult though, and like working in a 9 to 5 in office and stuff. That's where I think it's the most important. And it's also really easy to just like, oh, there goes 300 calories, there goes another 300 calories, there goes another 550 calories, because you're just like snacking on BS from the break room, or somebody brought in donuts, or no, there's all kinds of things in an office environment that can totally sabotage you guys. And like the video title says, make you look like a chud forever. So don't let that be your lifestyle. Start packing your freaking lunch. Lunch boxes are also super cheap. They're like $11 on Amazon. If you don't want that, pack a freaking paper bag. Shout out to my dad. My dad packed my lunch for a long time. Pretty much all of like my school years. It was always my dad packing my lunch. It was usually like PB&J, a bag of like a sandwich baggie of tortilla chips, and then a sandwich baggie of celery and carrots, and that was the lunch. And then of course I was usually use my fat child abilities to sniff out like a bunch of goldfish or some other kind of BS snack or something from other people or the school line or something. But yeah. My lunch has kind of evolved over a while. It used to just be like packing one meal, and then it sort of evolved into packing multiple meals and stuff for the day. At first it was a scramble, but not gonna lie, dude, heating up eggs in the office, that's kind of a no-no. So take it from me, don't bring eggs, leftovers to the office. Egg whites, they stink. They stink. Somebody at my work a few months ago was like, yeah, I brought egg whites, they don't smell. And I was like, you're joking, right? The one food that like literally smells exactly like a fart from a butt, you're saying doesn't smell? Get out of here, dude. You're not fooling anyone. You're not fooling anyone. So, the beef bowl is nice because it's hearty, it tastes good, but it also smells really good. Every time I make it and heat it up at work, people are like, oh, that smells really good. What is that? It's the beef bowl, man. I've kind of mentioned it in previous videos too, though, how it's like really easy to nickel and dime yourself just on small BS purchases. And food is a huge way to do that, dude. Like if you just keep buying little things out of the vending machine, this is honestly kind of like a holding myself accountable, because I'd totally be buying like little Fairlifes and protein things from the work fridges. Not like protein, it's mostly just the Fairlifes. Like the Fairlife 2%, 210 calorie bottles. Plain, of course, no I want the least sugar kind of options because I'm still cutting. But yeah, dude, vending machines are a really easy way just to, or like buying lunches and all that kind of stuff every day is really easy to just slowly bleed your savings or your money away, man. And that ain't cool. Food's like that one thing too where it's always like, yeah, I mean, I don't really want to pay $15 for a new shirt, and it's like $15 for a new sandwich though, or for a sandwich, hell yeah, absolutely. You know, it's easy. Food is like, oh, it's just so easily justifiable in our heads, you know? It's like it's never a second guess about whether we should get some food or not, unless we're like genuinely strapped for money or something like that. Just speaking from personal experience, you know, there's usually not a very large barrier to second like guessing whether you should buy some food or not, if it's like already in front of you and in your cart and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you guys stay vigilant, stay wise, and stay packing your frickin' lunch, or you're gonna be a chud forever. All right? You gotta snap out of it. You gotta snap out of whatever everyone else is doing. Everyone else keeps ordering lunches. They keep going to McDonald's for lunch. They keep getting DoorDash delivery for coffee or whatever. No, okay? Lock in. Not even like saying that, like you probably already have been locked into all this stuff, and I'm freaking proud of you. Okay, but there are times when you gotta take control of the little aspects of your life like that. You'll be surprised at how much better things get. Especially something that's just packing your lunch. I feel like that, like, especially for office goer or just somewhere where you're at work for a lot of the time, it's a huge way to control like your weight, you know, whether you're trying to lose fat or gain muscle or whatever your goal really is. Like, you pack the results within your lunchbox basically every day. So if you I don't know, you are in control of what you put in your body and everything. So why not just make it easy on yourself and pack a freaking beef bowl, you know? I usually season my ground beef with 3 different things. It tastes just like an In-N-Out smash burger. It's so freaking good. But this Kinder's barbecue blend, and then onion powder and garlic powder. And these are the 3 seasonings. It tastes just like a classic diner style smash burger. Super good. This is some 96.4 ground beef, so a super lean cut. You don't have to look out for leanness and any of that kind of thing. Like if don't have like a fitness goal or anything like that in mind, totally fine. Get a fattier cut of ground beef. A fattier cut has more flavor anyways. Fat is in the flavor. But if you are kind of more mindful of your calories and that sort of thing, this is how you make the no-fat ones taste freaking awesome. I'm gonna break up this ground beef. My kind of trick slash secret here to cooking it is you break it all up. You get the pan super hot too. I usually cook this on like high heat, like the highest the stove can go, because you want to create little crispy bits. Sort of like when you cook a steak on a cast iron, you want to kind of get that like that crispy, like a beef crust on the outside. So I'm gonna break this all up. I got the heat on high, and then I'm gonna make a ring. And like literally, I scooped all of the ground beef kind of into a ring shape around the edges of the pan. And what that does is it causes all of the juices, and not like all the juices, but and not even juices too. I would say it's like the excess fat or all the water and the kind of additives and stuff that they pump into it to like keep it shelf stable and everything. All that stuff will kind of come from the sides and just boil off in the middle. So, ring of ground beef. It's also good just to do that because you don't have to like strain it or anything, you know, saves your dishes, or saves you like the amount of dishes you have to do and everything. And then your beef at the end is just less oily. Your seasonings and that kind of stuff will take better to it, and you're left with kind of a more satisfying product, to be honest. I did a little Twitch stream for the last couple of hours. It was very fun. Listened to some classic 2010s Nightcore. Played some cool math games. It was fun. It was a good time. I've been really liking doing this Twitch streaming. There's some cool regulars who have been popping in and stuff. It's been very fun. But yeah, I'm kind of new to Twitch, so take that as you will. But if you guys are interested or anything like that, my username is the same as it is on here, Zach's Quest. I stream every Sunday. Sometimes Sunday night, sometimes a little earlier. It's about 6:56 right now, so I wanted to get this one wrapped up so I could shoot the YouTube video. But honestly, I just wanted to cook my ground beef in time. The videos and stuff are always like secondary to my lifestyle. Cooking the ground beef and doing the workouts and all that kind of stuff, like that's first. I try to just have the camera exist during these times. But I never want the camera or like the content to be the purpose. The purpose of doing this is because I want to look fucking sick. Not to drop a F-bomb or anything like that, but I'm cutting. I want to look badass. I'm trying to stay locked in. It was a beautiful day outside. I don't want to miss any sunlight. And so I figured, hey, why not bring you guys along? I love that you guys hang out with me, though. It's been super awesome making these videos and just kind of seeing the comments and everything. I don't know. It's awesome. I love making stuff. I've always really liked making videos ever since I was a wee lad. While the ground beef is going, though, I can pack the rest of my lunch. I guess I also didn't finish the dishes, but I'll show you guys kind of what else goes into it. It's super easy. Here is a spoon that I didn't wash. Nice. That's kind of gross. Let me just wipe out the inside of my lunchbox really quick. Wipe this down. We'll put in like the kind of continental items first. If you guys live with your parents, I know it can be totally hard to have more like dietary independence and stuff. So just do what you can, you know? If you packing your lunch is just making a sandwich or something, and then that's what you do, or maybe it's grabbing a bag of chips or something, or grabbing a water bottle and a granola bar, or maybe like a baggie of cereal, anything. Anything is better than nothing. This lunchbox is like just random off-brand thing that I got from Amazon for probably under $20. I know that for a fact. I'll put my silverware in there, though. One big spoon, one small spoon. Don't have any clean small spoons because they're all in here, so I gotta frickin' wash that. My life is a never-ending cycle of dishes, holy crap. But I digress. Next, we're gonna get the yogurt cup. Oikos 000. These things are bomb. My bodybuilding coach in 2021 put me onto these. They're just like very handy and nice. And 15 grams of protein. I think they're 150. How many calories are these? I have to check my diet app. I don't remember what the calories are off the top of my head. But it's like a calm little kind of nice first meal piece. But we got, okay, and then we're going to hit it with so we got the 2 Baby Bell cheeses, the little cheese wheels, low calorie cheese wheels, low fat, blueberries and cream. This flavor is awesome. I think the bananas and cream, though, might be my favorite. I'm not even like a crazy banana guy, but the bananas and cream flavor, kind of goated. And then, let's see here. Kind of nasty. I was buying groceries today, and the bread, I'd already paid and was bagging all my stuff, and I noticed the bread that I got from my pizza subs had a big old hole in it. Like a rat had opened it and then eaten like a half of one of the pieces. It was nasty. It was totally a rat, like a rat or mouse. It was gross. So I had to grab another one, but I was kind of grossed out for a little bit after that. So we got the Baby Bells, the yogurt, the oatmeal, and that is meal 1 for me, just those 3 items. Meal 2 is one of the Fairlife milks that I mentioned. I'll probably switch that out for whey, like some kind of supplement or something, but we'll see. And then 2 rice cakes. I drink, it's not like really a cohesive meal too, because I drink the milk like an hour before I do my daily cardio. And then I eat the rice cakes like 30 minutes before I do the cardio. So it's kind of staggered a little bit. But I do that just so my body can make the most of the nutrients from each of those things during my workout. The rice cakes are good simple carbs that they're kind of just like flash in the pan, immediate energy for your body. You wouldn't want to have something like the instant oats right before your workout because these are high in fiber, aka slow digesting carbohydrates. I mean, they're meant to sit there and give your body energy for a long period of time. Or something like rice cakes, like I mentioned, flash in the pan. It's immediate, like sizzle and burn of energy for your body. So that's why I eat these. I've been kind of trying all the different rice cake flavors. So far, tomato basil and white cheddar, I think, are the most goated. Apple cinnamon is good, but I think it's on a separate tier. I think it's on a tier below the white cheddar and the tomato basil. There's something about the texture, dude. They're so good. I already ate an entire sleeve of the white cheddar ones today. They're so good. The tomato basil ones are good too. They have like the same kind of powdery, satisfying texture, but just sort of like pizza flavored, low key. Okay. I was gonna record this video earlier too, but my freaking camera batteries were dead. Both, like even the battery inside of it and my backup battery, so I had to kind of rearrange my day a little bit. But you know what? Sometimes that's what you gotta do. That's another one of the good things about packing your lunch is like when you gotta do the random, like, just those days when you're just crap that is outside of your control keeps happening. You get a call and you have to come in earlier for your shift, or your dog pukes all over the carpet right before you're about to leave for school, or your parents get in some big like argument or whatever, and you have to go. Whatever the situation is, having a packed lunch, it's just like something stable. It's a sense of stability in a day of chaos. You know, it might sound like over dramatic, but I swear to you, having something where it's just like, oh, I have that blueberry and cream oatmeal I can eat in a couple, and when I get out of the car and just get out of this mess of a household or whatever the heck is going on, you know, it's nice to have this stability of kind of a backbone to fall back on throughout your day. So yeah, ground beef is kind of going through. I'm gonna bust out the air fryer in a few seconds for the sweet potato, but I think I want to do the dishes before that. I hope you guys have an awesome week, though. I'm super proud of you guys for keeping at it. Make sure you touch some grass. Make sure you read a book. I'm currently reading Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. There's also the popular Broadway play, or it was turned into a popular Broadway play. There's tons of movies. There's the big popular one with Hugh Jackman and Anne Hathaway and Russell Crowe. It's a very good book, though. It's a huge book. I've read a couple of super long books before, like in the over 1,000-page kind of marks. So it's not super daunting or anything. It's also just a really good book, though. I'm genuinely enjoying my time reading it and taking my time through it and stuff. The writing style that Victor Hugo has is a bit more direct, but still a little... like, you can still get the picture very nicely in your mind. Like, F. Scott Fitzgerald, I read one of his books just before this one. This Side of Paradise was the name. And it was, like, almost too, like, over-the-top, like, poetic and stuff. And, like, the main character was a poet, but it was almost... I don't know. It wasn't... It kind of took away... It was too distracting at points. And so it's nice to have something where it's just, like... Instead of having to imagine all of these things, I am literally just a fly on the wall in all these situations now. And I kind of like that storytelling a bit more. And I guess I can appreciate it for a book that's 1,200 pages long. I don't want to feel like I'm slogging through it. It's nice when the writing style is a bit more direct. But don't get me wrong, he still has a very beautiful way with words in telling a story. But yeah, not really much else to frickin' talk about, guys. Make sure you're packing your lunch. It's a really easy thing that you can kind of control. I've already talked about, if you're living with your parents or roommate or whatever, but if you're not, God, what the heck? There is really no reason why you should not be packing your lunch. If you are moved out or any of that kind of stuff, you're in college and living in dorms, whatever, pack your gosh darn lunch, guys. Seriously. Or I guess when I say pack a lunch, like, I'm not thinking of the actual meal itself, lunch. Like, I technically pack 3 meals. But just the idea, like, I guess I mean lunch more as just like a pack of sustenance that you can have at any moment throughout the day, whether it's right when you pull up to work or school, or maybe it's right before you leave, or maybe it is during your lunchtime or anything, but just something that you can have that will hold you over and not force you to eat some garbage or something. That, I think, is the key. At the end of the day, though, it's not that serious. Do whatever the heck makes you guys happy. As long as you're working hard, showing up, touching grass, reading books, practicing empathy. Which all sounds like a lot, but it's not. A lot of that stuff just comes naturally. Keep doing your thing. Like I said, I'm proud of you. Keep killing it. When someone asks how you're doing, even if you're having a shitty day, you tell them you're freaking killing it, alright? You tell them you are doing badass. You are ready for whatever this day freaking has left to offer. And when you're home, or when you're with your family, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or whoever, that's when you can take off the mask or whatever, but pack your lunch and smile at those around you, the general public, alright? Be the superhero that you freaking are. That's the only advice that I have for you at the end of the day. I think that's it. I wore a hat today and got in today's video. It's kind of different. I'm not very much this is one of my favorite. Oh my gosh, lost all speaking comprehension for a second there. This is one of my favorite hats from when I was 18 or 19. It used to be black. Now it's like brown because it's sweaty and gross and disgusting. But my hair was being a little annoying, so that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope this video helps you with the Sunday scaries, if even such a thing exists anymore, because you can power through anything. Oh, hang on, I gotta show you this really quick. Look at the baby. Let's have a look at the baby. Meow, beep, beep. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Yeah, that's my catophilia. Okay, goodbye.